It's the end of the world as we know it. Where do I get my ideas from? Part 3. Okay, so another of my great passions in life is about the environment and the world, and how we are going to get through the next century and still be this amazing species but not destroy the world in the process. I think this is the great challenge of the new century, and I think that this is where the greatest stories lie. So here is some more of my research and more crazy drawings, and this is taken from the Stockholm Institute, and this is the idea of these different areas of the world that you cannot push the boundaries beyond, planetary boundaries. One of them is climate change, another is ocean acidification, all the coral reefs, and there's biodiversity, the amount of animals that exist, land uses, all different kinds of areas. And all of them we have to stay in balance. I think this is a wonderful challenge. I think it's something that we've been kind of trashing the planet for the last few hundred years since the Industrial Revolution, and I think this is going to be, if we rise to this challenge, I think this is going to be an amazing moment for humanity to reconnect with nature again. And so the one bit, because obviously I can't talk about it all in the book, but the one bit that I'm really interested in this book is about when you genetically modify things. And I'm not a Luddite, I'm not like just anti-genetic modification, but what I would argue for is that the tests that they do with genetic modification should be done in a really open way, with all of the results published in a transparent way. But instead, a lot of it is controlled by private companies like Monsanto, very secretive, you don't know what's going on, and they're conducting these really huge scale experiments on crops like rice and wheat. There's this salmon called the aqua salmon registered, and once these things get out into the wild and you don't quite know what's going on, then it's too late to pull the experiment back. And I want us to really think about these things again before I don't want us to sleepwalk again towards a future we haven't thought about. And it's the end of the world as we know it. The main thing there is this biofuel. It's an ultra red, it's called, and it's been formed in the Pacific Trash Gyre, which is out in the Pacific. It's where all the plastic bags of the world go to, and they congregate in this huge party about the size of whales, and they just sit there. So it's formed out there, and it's a fusion of some medical nanobots who are trained to sniff out cancer, and some, I don't know, they bump into some other chemicals and things from a Chinese outflow party. They have the party of all parties. They have weird robot sex, and the next morning there is an enormous synthetic robot army that suffocates the life out of the ocean. And that is the thing that I've created. Et voilà!